From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
2nd and 1. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Buffalo defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 37. Now they'll audible to something else. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point forthcoming. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, set.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wright's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll run on first down with Wright. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And the Bills hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Set. Do them all,
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Let's go.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. But you look at this Patriots defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
7.
I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Odafe Oweh. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And now they'll shift things around. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. goes. He throws there, incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Patriots have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Pats, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Here's Wright. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll go again here with Wright. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits it in stride. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
They'll set up a throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw again.
That is caught. And he will have a Patriots first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
On first down. He'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Baker.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
60 by 6. 60 by 6. Mustang 19. 18. Pioneer. Dragon 60. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Now he steps away. And he'll just get rid of it.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now they'll change things up.
And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal.
70
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Jalen Polk
He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point safely through, and the lead is up to 18 now.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
They'll throw now on the final play. Trying to lay one up deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. On play action, they'll throw. Complete to Wright. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
They'll give this to Wright, running right. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
On first down, they'll stay with Wright on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
first carry here for their running back. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Now with the play clock almost gone, Sean McDermott's going to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
Viking 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19 Lions.
They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
79 Broncos. Let's go. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5. Throwing middle, and it's complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right.
Now this complete to Polk.
And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line.
Tap to 60. Tap to 60. Tap 60. Tap 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Here we go, Shaq. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cowboy.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check over.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's get up, defense.